Lifestyle inflation, or also known as a lifestyle creep, is when you increase your spending every time your income rises. So basically, as you're earning more money, you're also spending more money. And typically, you're spending more money on non-essentials and on things to upgrade your lifestyle. So maybe a nicer apartment, maybe you're eating out more, or maybe you're taking more vacations. It's all fun and games until this lifestyle leaves you broke with no money to fall back on and prevents you from being able to build wealth. In a lot of cases, lifestyle inflation is a choice and can be prevented. And that's why today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 16 ways to avoid lifestyle inflation. Number 1, check your feeling of entitlement. If you get a significant rise in income, you might feel entitled to upgrade your lifestyle because you deserve it. And while indeed you worked hard, or maybe even harder than other people, make sure you're not using this feeling of entitlement to justify being irresponsible with your money. Sometimes we use the I deserve it mentality just as an excuse to spend our money because we don't know what else to do with it. Number 2, calculate the real changes to your budget. There is a major difference between your gross income and your net income. How much of a significant income increase are you really witnessing in every paycheck once you take into account tax deductions? Your salary might have been increased from $70,000 to $80,000, but in reality, that might only be an extra $400 a month that you're seeing. More than likely, this does not call for a lifestyle upgrade. Now, if you went from earning $50,000 to $120,000, then that's a whole different story. Most importantly, you guys, make sure you don't overestimate the amount of money you have coming in, or else you'll end up making a bunch of expensive purchases and getting into debt for things you thought you can afford, but in actuality, you can't. Number 3, practice gratitude and being content with your lifestyle. Only upgrade what's necessary. When you upgrade your lifestyle every time you earn more money, you're setting a more expensive standard of living each time. What people don't realize is you're only going to get used to needing more money in the future, more money for retirement, and just more money to upkeep that expensive lifestyle. Upgrading to an expensive home or car will have you making payments for a very long time, which can be really consequential for your future financial stability. While yes, you want to prioritize the well-being of your present self, you also want to look out for the financial situation of your future self. Do you want to work all your life just to pay bills? How much money will you need for retirement? My advice is to practice gratitude so you can be content with the lifestyle you have and upgrade only what is necessary. Number 4, stop placing high value on materialistic items. People going through lifestyle inflation are usually people who put a major emphasis on the possession of objects with the idea that they'll achieve happiness. In the short term, materialistic objects can make you happy, but it'll never give you that long-term happiness that you think it's going to provide. The issue with buying a lot of items is it can lead you to live beyond your means or even live paycheck to paycheck. Once you remove materialistic items off the pedestal, you'll see that they're not worth your hard-earned money. Número 5, which means 5, identify what is worth spending on in your life. For many of us, lifestyle inflation isn't happening because we're spending a lot of money on things that are helping improve our life. It's happening because we're spending an unnecessary amount of money on things we don't value. It's so important to make sure you're spending your money on purchases and services that are actually making you happier or are a priority in your life. For example, if you need dental work, you better prioritize that before getting a new car. For those who value time, it might be a good idea to use your extra income to pay for services that will give you your time back. You might want to hire someone to clean your home or hire a landscaper. If traveling is something you enjoy, maybe use this income increase to travel more. Overall, what I'm trying to say is to please be intentional with your spending. Number 6, set up automatic savings. This is a great way to avoid overspending. It does the active work of saving for you. There are 2 different ways to do this. Number 1, you can set up automatic transfers between your checkings and your savings account. You should be able to do this through your bank's mobile app. Maybe every month or every time you get paid, you want X amount of money to be transferred from your checkings to your savings account. The second way to set up automatic savings is through direct deposit. If you have direct deposit, you can select a percentage of your check to be automatically transferred into your savings every time you get paid. Number 7, raise your savings rate equal to your income increase. This is a very simple way to avoid lifestyle inflation at all costs. All you need to do is increase the amount of money you save in accordance to your new income increase. For example, if you experience a 15% income increase, all you need to do is increase your savings rate by 15%. I personally think this works best with people who are already comfortable with the amount of money they make and don't really need the extra money from the income increase. Number 8, add more money into your investments. If you know you have issues letting money sit in your bank, it might be a good idea to put more money into your 401k, maybe stocks, real estate if you have some, or any other investments you might have. By doing this, you have somewhere to put your extra money in, and your money will only continue to grow. I think this is a great idea, especially if you don't need the extra money you're earning at the moment. Number 9, set a budget for fun spending. Okay, so you have to enjoy some of your income increase, right? You just gotta do it responsibly. My recommendation is that once you have your money set aside for your fixed expenses, the money you're gonna save, whatever money you have left over, use that to set a budget for fun spending. Don't feel guilty spending this money because remember, you've already been responsible with your money. Once you figure out a budget that works for you, just make sure you stick with it. Number 10, set a budget for spending on others. It's so important to set a reasonable budget for spending on loved ones and on people that you take out, because before you know it, you'll spend so much and you'll no longer see the benefits of this increased income in other aspects of your life. Be especially careful when it comes to spending on dating. I mean, imagine living in a lifestyle inflation just to impress someone who might not even be worth it. Number 11, get off social media. On social media, you're gonna see people buying and doing all kinds of expensive things. These platforms influence you heavily on what you should buy and how your lifestyle should be in accordance to your income. Sometimes you'll upgrade your lifestyle just to impress people on here, or maybe you'll do it out of envy. Not being on social media too often allows you to work on a life that is best suited for your finances. Number 12, surround yourself with like-minded people. If you're around people who aren't worried about the way they manage their money, you're also gonna be careless. Also, if you hang out with people who live an expensive lifestyle and they do this because they're just generally wealthy, chances are you'll be trying to live up to their standards that are not realistic for you. Of course, it's still possible to be financially responsible and hang out with people who aren't, but being around people who aren't living beyond their means will just make your life so much easier. You won't be influenced as much to want to upgrade your home or your car. With like-minded people, you'll find ways to have fun that doesn't involve spending an outrageous amount of money, and you'll also pick up on their savvy money habits. Number 13, don't tell people about your income increase. In all reality, no one really needs to know you underwent an income increase besides your partner or the person that you split bills with. Nowadays, it's so common to tell people how much money you make, and though harmless, sometimes people who don't have a lot of money can take advantage of the situation and look at you like a piggy bank. Sometimes it's your friends or even your family. You'll be the go-to person who has money to borrow. Of course, there are cases where you want to lend a hand. You just need to be careful with who you help. Remember that a higher income doesn't mean you have money to blow. You also need to worry about your own financial future. The cost of living is only getting more expensive. Number 14, make sure you and your partner are on the same page. Sometimes it's your partner who's contributing to your lifestyle inflation. For example, maybe you guys were fine with the car you guys had, but your partner convinces you to get a new one because of your income increase. Maybe you're not planning lifestyle upgrades, but your partner is. It's important to always make decisions together, especially when your finances are shared. Number 15, focus on delayed gratification and make gradual changes. Lifestyle inflation makes you prioritize immediate gratification. It encourages you to get all the things you want the minute you have money. It's not bad to want things, but how about waiting a bit? Getting all your wants immediately can ruin the fun. Maybe you're set on getting your dream car and you have enough money for it, but you also have a car that's perfectly fine. Instead of going to the dealership immediately, how about you wait a year or two, use your other car, and then get the new one? If the car is something you truly want, you'll still want the car just as much a year from now. The time allows you to see if whatever you're buying is something you truly want, and at the same time, you're building more money to be more financially set when you go make the purchase. Lastly, and also my favorite, become a minimalist. Being a minimalist means you live a life with only the things you need. You don't have to be poor or rich to be a minimalist. Anyone can do it. Once you're truly a minimalist, it won't really matter if your income keeps increasing. You won't be tempted to upgrade your lifestyle. I started practicing minimalist habits when I had a low income, and now that my income has significantly increased, because of the minimalist mindset that I have now, I don't feel the need to spend. For me, developing a minimalist mindset has helped me the most when it comes to living below my means. Since it's already part of my lifestyle, I don't have to practice self-discipline or use willpower to resist spending. That is all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye!